Hi, Cliff Yankovich from the Lowell Ledger with another podcast. My guest today is the king of real estate in West Michigan, Mr. Ryan Hesche from Greenridge Realty. Okay, I'm stretching it a bit calling Ryan the king. Maybe he's like the Archduke or the Prince of real estate. Ryan, can you tell us a little bit about your background in real estate? I read somewhere you're managing the Greenridge offices in Lowell and Saranac?
That is correct.
How do you handle all that?
When you have really good agents, it just goes nice and smooth.
Now, I think if we could spend just a couple minutes on your journey to becoming a real estate person.
Yeah. So I've known Cliff for 25 years.
You were in high school.
Yeah, I was in high school. I started in retail management at Walmart, and then I moved to Lowe's, and got sick of that. Retail is it's a tough business, and everybody should work it once in their life.
But didn't you always want to be a real estate agent?
I did. Yeah, I used to stop in. Our office admin, Cindy, is my aunt, and Rick was the manager, Rick Cease. And I would stop in and see Cindy and talk with her, and then I always pop my head in and tell Rick, I'd be like, Mr. Cease, I'm going to be a real estate agent someday. And he'd say, come back and see me when you're 18.
Come back and see me when you're not on a bicycle.
Yep, pretty much.
What is it that you enjoy so much about it?
I have ADHD, so being told to be somewhere for so many hours a day, it doesn't work. But being able to flex my own schedule, and it was nice today. I left the office at 1 o'clock and went home. I was like, I can work from home. So
I'm going to tell the manager. I know the manager.
Yeah, he's a nice guy. So just being able to have that flexibility of schedule is really what it comes down to. Being able to still meet with friends, clients, other agents for lunch, and sitting down talking with them. This business is all about relationships. So just continually cultivating those relationships. Stopping in the jewelry store and talking to Cliff. I can do that.
I read some of the reviews on your webpage today in preparation for this.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah? You seem to make people happy.
Yeah.
So what the heck's going on in Kent County? Can you give us a little overview of real estate in Kent County?
Yeah. So Kent County currently, the stats for last month, we currently have 1.1 months of inventory.
Now, what does that mean?
That means we have the amount of sales we had last month. We have that many homes available. So you have another 1.1 months worth of homes available.
Now, is that low or is that high?
That's low.
Okay.
It's low.
So if you were the king of the world and what would you like to see for available inventory?
I would say 4 to 6 months.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
It would give buyers inventory to look at and to really make a decision, not have to be rushed, not have to make a split decision, and it's a big choice.
So, oh my goodness! Well, it's the single largest investment most of us make in our lifetime.
Correct. I mean, there's been jokes and TikToks and shorts on this. You run through the house and you're like, "Yep, I'll take it." I mean, you don't even look at it. Like, oh, okay, I already read that there was 3 bedrooms and 2 baths. It works. I don't care what color it is.
It puts pressure on the buyers.
Yeah, and then the sellers as well, because the sellers are. I mean, they have to vacate their house for a week. You've done it.
Full disclosure, Ryan sold our house about 6 years ago, and we had a hard time. We spent 10 days in an extended stay America with a cat. Not something I recommend.
Yeah, but if there was more inventory, it would be easier on the sellers as well. So they don't have to leave their house with their family trying to sell their home. If there was more inventory, more choices, they could slow down. Buyers could slow down.
Okay, and this is, pardon my ignorance, but I drive around, and I'm not just talking Lowell because we're not doing a lot of construction. We don't have a lot of room in the city of Lowell to build anything, but correct. I see stuff being built everywhere. Are they just not the right type of homes, or there's not
So-
enough of them being made?
They're being made,
Okay.
but the cost of construction has gone up so much.
Okay.
It's difficult for some families. And if you're a starter home, I mean, when you think starter home, what do you think?
Oh, well,
$89,000.
I'm an old man. My idea of a starter home was
$29,900.
yes.
Okay, so in my age range, I think in my head a starter home is
Yep.
89 to 130. I
Right.
spent 125 on my first house. That's a starter home, but
A quarter of
now
a million.
Now
is,
I'm feeling old, and yeah, a quarter, 250,000 is a starter home in Kent County, Lowell School District for sure.
wow.
Yeah, which is crazy to think, but we've got a lot of amenities.
Yeah.
We've got a great town, and we're stretching our legs. Everybody wanted to be in Grand Rapids and Ada, Cascade. Well, they're running out of room, so they're coming this way and heading towards Saranac and Ionia too.
So are things any better in Lowell, Saranac kind of area than they are in Kent County in terms of inventory? Yeah.
Not really. I mean, Lowell currently has 18 homes for sale.
Wow.
That was as of 9 o'clock this morning.
And when you say Lowell, you're talking
Lowell
about
School District.
School
Break it
district.
down by school district.
Okay.
Saranac has 2.
Whoa.
Yeah. When I started 11 years ago, the average number of homes for sale in Saranac was like anywhere from 40 to 60. And Lowell would be the same, probably 70 to 90, somewhere in there. And now we're in the teens and in single digits. I mean, 2 is just
Wow.
unheard of. But
I'm not calling you a liar, but I'm just thinking, wow, when was the last time you saw 60 or 70 homes
yeah.
in Lowell?
Yeah.
That was
We're talking
normal.
11, 10, 9 years ago. I mean, just, yeah.
Okay, one other hot topic is interest rates.
Yep.
They've been heading down lately, correct?
They're trying. They're trying. So I did reach out to our lending partner, Rochelle at LMCU here in Lowell,
Okay.
just to get her take.
Sure.
I'm not a lender. I'm a real estate agent. I rely on my lenders. And she said that rates have gone up over the last couple of weeks. As of today, a 30-year fixed is hovering 6.875 to 7%. She says that they're going to go down. We're expecting them to go down this year, but it doesn't appear it's going to happen in the first part of the year. The latest inflation data seems to be moving in the right direction, just slowly.
Well, speaking of that, I remember at the beginning of 2023, it didn't matter where you got your news from. They all said we were going to go in a recession. I'm very grateful that didn't happen.
Yep.
But
I think we had a quiet recession. It wasn't.
Okay.
It wasn't a full on, but it was.
well, I've been around
there.
long enough to have gone through a
Yes.
couple of them, and
Yeah.
I remember at the beginning of the year going, "Oh boy."
Yeah. It was
Batten down the hatches.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so if interest rates are higher than normal, it certainly doesn't seem to be stopping people from buying homes. If there's only single digits in Saranac and 16 in Lowell, they're selling, aren't they?
Yeah, they're selling. The problem is it's hard to find that cardboard box to live in, so you've got to have somewhere. There is a housing shortage in all of Michigan, especially West Michigan, but in this area, there's a housing shortage for rentals, for purchases, for even land. And I heard they're not making it anymore. No more land.
No.
Yeah. True story.
Okay, let's suppose we have somebody listening who's thinking about selling their home.
Yeah.
Taking all the current conditions, you have any tips for somebody that wants to sell their home?
Clean it and declutter it. And I don't mean that in a mean way.
Right.
And I will go into anybody's house and say, you need to clean this. We need to clean it. We need to organize. We need to get rid of all the junk. If you haven't used it in a year, get rid of it. Donate it to Fromm. If it's broken, throw it away. If it doesn't fit, it probably isn't going to fit. So let it go. Clean out the closets. Declutter. We've got Fromm. We can get stuff too. There's a lot of companies that'll come in, like 616 Junk, they'll come in and help just clear all the stuff out for you.
Okay.
That is your big thing. And it's springtime, spring cleaning. Let's get busy.
Okay.
And then it's always important to reach out to a trusted real estate agent that you've used in the past, or reach out to family and friends, talk to them. Who have they used in the past? Or stop into one of your local offices. You've got Greenridge, you've got Schaefer, you've got Amanda Rogers. Stop in, talk with them. Talk with an agent or two and make sure it's
Get
the
a
right
feel.
fit.
Right.
I love people. I do. But sometimes you just don't click.
Right.
You got to make sure that it's going to work.
Okay.
So.
And how about on the other side of or do you have more for home sellers?
I would say that's really about it.
Okay.
It's just clean it, declutter it, and find the right agent.
Okay. How about home buyers? You got any tips for them?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's nodding his head up and down.
So step one is relax. It's all going to work. Second step is to contact a lender. Find your lender. I generally recommend you start with the bank or credit union that you use.
Okay.
Stop in and talk to them because they've got all your information. It makes it so much simpler. If you bank at LMCU, you go in there, you see Rochelle. She's already got all your accounts, so she doesn't need very many papers from you. But get that pre-approval. Get that piece of paper that says, this is what I can spend. Then there's, this is what I can spend, and this is what I really want to spend. I don't want to see somebody that's approved for $300,000 to look at $300,000 homes. Like, let's look a little bit lower. Like, let's stay within your means and under them. I was house poor at one point. I had to sell my house on short sale because it was worth nothing during the 2008 bubble, and I had to sell it. And it was a very tough time, and I don't want to see people do that. My wife and I, we talk about the times that we were in the car scraping up change to make sure we could go get a gallon of milk for the kids.
Right.
Yeah, and it's tough. So I don't want to see people be put into that situation. And I spend more time talking people out of homes than I do into them.
Wow. Well,
that's just me.
That speaks to our previous subject matter of finding an agent that you connect with.
Correct.
Because somebody that takes that type of an approach, rather than somebody going, oh, they're approved for 300. Let's see if I can get them to jump up to 350.
Oh gosh, no! Makes my stomach turn. I can't.
Me too. Shopping for cars, and you say, I have this budget, and then they come back and you're like, what part of that did you miss?
Yeah.
This is where I want to be. I don't want to be over there.
Correct.
Okay. So pre-approval.
Pre-approval.
That means you can shop with confidence.
That is correct, and you can offer with confidence. If you offered on a house and you don't have a pre-approval, that's like going to the pool without your swimming trunks. I mean, yeah, you could probably make it work. It's going to be awkward, and yeah, it's just best to be prepared. So get that pre-approval. Then again, find that agent that's going to work with you and for you and you're comfortable with. I love showing houses to people that I work with because we have fun. I mean, I like to make light of the situation and you know, I don't want to say make jokes, but make it a fun experience. You know, I see some pretty unique things out there in homes, so yeah, we have those conversations. But find that agent that works for you. They're gonna set up homes, set up a home search and search with you and for you for homes to look at. They're going to set up the showings. They're going to take care of the paperwork. They're going to order the title work. They're going to walk you through the inspection process. They're going to negotiate for you through the possible repairs after the inspection. They work with you every step of the way. They're also going to work with your lender hand in hand to make sure that it goes smoothly. These are just the basics. And then there's some things that us agents do that we don't ever tell anybody. We just do it. And that's okay. We do it because we want to.
Now, does that mean you're not going to tell me either?
I could probably tell you a couple things.
How about a couple examples?
So, I guess most recently, I had a sale that we were getting ready to do the final walkthrough, and I ran over there to get my key box, and there's a bunch of trash left behind. Nothing major, just I didn't want a phone call.
Right.
So I ran to my car, I got a little box, load all this trash up, I wipe down the counters quick, just make it look nice for the buyer, which I wasn't representing, but I'm still representing the industry.
Sure.
So cleaned up the house. Not a big deal. I didn't tell the seller, I didn't tell the buyer. I just made it happen, and that's okay. I don't want any credit for it. So that's an example of some of the things that we just do. There's been times when I've had listings that, the first year I was in real estate, I had my wife's friend's house listed, and there was a last-minute showing, and they're like, yeah, but we did not really clean up from last night. There's dishes in the sink, and I think there's dirty clothes in the bedroom. I was like, okay. So I ran over and did the dishes, filled the dishwasher, picked up their dirty clothes, threw them in the hamper, picked up the house, and again, that was okay, because it sold the house.
Right.
That's what matters. And I didn't want my people to be like, no, we can't show. Why? We got dishes in the sink. I'll do the dishes. I don't care. I mucked a stall one time for people that had a horse property. They didn't clean the stalls out, and they had people coming to look. So I'm out there in my boots, in my dress pants, and my
That's the kind
polo.
of real estate service you get in Lowell and Saranac.
Yep, I mucked the stalls for them. Again, it was no big deal. That's just the things that we do.
All right. Well, hey, I sure appreciate your time. Suppose somebody wanted to get in touch with you because you sound like a nice guy. How would they do that?
So I'm going to do a plug for the company.
Sure.
Reach out to any of our 26 offices, but you can reach out to the one here in Lowell, 616-897-9239. You're going to get Cindy on the phone. She's been with us for 36 years this year. She knows the business. She's going to get you in touch with the agent that is either on duty, or put you in touch with me, and I'll get you in touch with an agent, or potentially help you myself. That would be your best option to do.
All right. Hey, thanks a lot for your time, Ryan. I really appreciate it.
You're very welcome.
All right.